All right, guys, welcome back. We are actually here at the Delta. It's our first time back this year, and we got a little bit of time to fish. We got about maybe an hour 30 minutes or so before it gets actually dark, and we came all the way up north to try to see if we can catch some stripers. And really looking at the conditions, it is getting cold, so hopefully the aqueduct is really picking up. Haven't heard much of activity out here, but we'll see if we catch them. 2 hours to get on them, so stay tuned, guys. We're gonna see if we get on them. Just me and Tim Meyer for today. Oh, it's actually not pumping. I thought it was gonna be pumping, but I guess not. Alright, guys, so starting off with an A-rig. It's actually an old one out of the box. It's already kind of rusted up. It is kind of pumping, huh? But very slowly, right? It's just current.
Yeah, but the current's probably, you probably won't notice it.
Did you take that one to the salt?
Yep.
Did you wash it?
Nope, but you should edit out this part. What did you, man? 'Cause I'll be busy.
Oh, got one. Oh, gosh. Right away, man. Gosh, that's a freaking big one or something. That did not take long at all. Hopefully it's a keeper. Gosh. Yeah. Well, at least I got a foul hooked.
Can I say bad words so your video will get...
No, you better not say any bad words. Sure, I'm gonna see.
No, I'm gonna stay here.
Can't wait, dude. Did you cast out? They might be here, Tim.
No, I felt a couple bites. I was on the phone. I felt like a tug. I was like, what? The phone's like really like light. You know, the line's like all...
Oh, that's a keeper. Oh yeah, that's a keeper for sure. Gosh.
Gosh, your voice changed 2 days.
That's a keeper right there. Look at him. It's a big one. Well, a big one for this area. It's a 20-incher. First fish on the A-rig. Got one hook right here. That's why it's fighting so weird. And then got the other hook right here. There she is, guys. Let's put her on the board. She's gonna be a keeper though. First fish of the day is a keeper. It's a nice one too. All right, guys. So almost 22 inches. We got 21, 22 inches right there. 22 inches. Mouth closed. Yeah, good start of the day. We actually got less time than what I thought we were gonna get. It's actually sun's setting pretty quick because of that hill over there. But yeah, I just might have to call it shorter than an hour, probably about 30 to 45 minutes. But yeah, so basically what I got right here is an A-rig. This is an LA A-rig. I've had it in the box for a very long time. These are still the same trailers I originally put it on the first time. These are all 1/2 ounce heads. And I have, for my setup, I have a Sticks number 6. And you guys can see that, but it's a number 6 Sticks. I really like this rod for, you know, my lighter A-rigs and, you know, just your lighter heavy duty stuff, I guess you can say. You know, your light punching and pretty much stuff like that. Smaller swim baits, maybe 6 inches, 7-inch swim baits. And I have a Tranx, Shimano Tranx 200 XG, which is 8 gear with 20-pound Trilene big game. And that's what my small striper A-rig setup is, and it has always done the job for me, and it handles the Aqueduct pretty well. So, and for the swim baits, I got this little 2.8 Kitex on top, and then for these are just your, I want to say there are those Walmart swim baits, the cheap ones that are almost identical to the Kitex, but I could be wrong. They could be Kitex as well. They look almost the same, so I'm not sure. Alright guys, so the swim baits I'm going to be using are these Ozark Trail ones. These are the Walmart ones, very inexpensive for these Kitex imitators pretty much. The actions on them aren't as good because the plastic's a little harder than the Kitex, but it's not going to really matter if you're striper fishing. If they see it, generally they're going to bite it. So for striper fishing, these are pretty good bang for your buck. These are the Ozark Trail. This is a shutter swimmer. It's a 4-inch. This is a 60 shad color, but yeah, striper fishing, you can pretty much use any color here on the Aqueducts and they will produce. But yeah, good for stripers, not so much bass. It'll work for bass, but the action on them is not as good as what you would get from a Kitex or a Dual Realis Booster Wake, but still good if you're striper fishing. So I'm gonna replace these guys. They're kind of all ripped up. I have them on for a long time. Just gonna thread these guys on real quick. Okay, and it's that. The wires are getting all bent up. You know, it's been in the box for a long time when the corkscrews are starting to rust up with the trailer still on it. But yeah, pretty much just thread this on to the side, push it up, and then turn it back like that. That way, the hook keepers can actually grab the bait so they don't slip down all the time. This actually back one is actually a Kitex. But yeah, pretty much that's the setup. Okay, we do got a little activity, some bait on the bank. Very small bait fish breaking the surface as I walk past. So main focus is really gonna be either on that bank or this bank. Really not in the middle unless they're really busting, but the first bite came from the bank. I threw it in the bank, about maybe 5-6 feet off the bank, it bit. And that's generally how you would fish the Aqueduct for stripers. You just really target the banks unless they're busting down the middle. Usually around the landers I get bites too. And pretty much any structure that kind of stands out of the norm will sometimes have fish. Because if there's bait fish, there's not really much stuff to hide around other than, you know, your pretty obvious structures like your ladders, your little pumps. But fishing's gonna be pretty tough. I already know that since we got here because there's no flow. Usually when there's no flow, there's very little activity, and fish are very inactive. Fish are very unlikely to feed. But it is the evening. Hopefully they'll start boiling or something. But this long stretch, I don't see any boils anywhere. Oh, there's one. Right along the wall. Maybe a short. No, it's going to be a keeper. Gosh, I'm going to limit out and go home already. It's going to be short. Just skinny. Yeah, it's going to be short. Nope, he's gonna be a keeper. 19 1/4. Yeah, 19 1/4 right there. I mean, you guys see it. Hopefully it doesn't flop all around, but yeah, 19 1/4. Limit out already. I didn't even make it all the way down this stretch. Made it halfway through and already got a limit. Well, I guess it's time to go home anyways. Sun's already setting. We just gotta watch Tim catch some fish now. There she is. Keeper number 2. Call it a wrap. All right, guys, so I'm already limited out. You know, I can't be fishing anymore. So we got Tim left to put some fish on the board. Yeah, so my day's kind of done, so we might call it an early day. Just, yeah, sorry guys, we've only been here very short, but I'm ready to limit out. But maybe we might get some footage of Tim catching some stripers, so I won't be fishing, but just probably watching him. And hopefully...
He's gonna be fishing out of the
No, this guy. Yeah, so if you don't see any more footage, that means he's gonna skunk. So let's see if we can get him. Let's see if we can put some fish on video for you guys. All right, so Tim, you better work some magic. All right, a lot of pressure.
I don't care.
Come on, man, you need to catch your keepers. I'm ready too. So I'm out. I can't fish no more. All right, so that's basically the regulation. So once you fill your bag, you're not supposed to be fishing unless you're targeting different species, like largemouth. But it can't be obvious. You're throwing something that will hook up the striper. Say, if you limit out on stripers and you're targeting bass, you probably want to be throwing a drop shot or something like that. Hey, so they're starting to bust. So hopefully he gets on them. All right, guys. Since I'm not fishing, I might as well talk about my A-rig that I'm throwing. This is an LA A-rig. This is a 5-wire. I've had a lot of success with it in the past. I usually don't. What? What happened? Something bit or what? Lies. Right. So I usually don't talk about the baits and lures I use, but I will show you guys. This is the A-rig I usually almost always throw. And I've had this one ever since he started making them. This is an LA A-rig. As you can see, it's really beat up and stuff. I've caught a lot of bass on it. And it's a very low profile A-rig. Very light wires. Very soft. Has a lot of action to them. I've caught a lot of fish on them, so they can take a good beating on them. And yeah, that's what I use for stripers and bass. This A-rig, I had a lot of success with it. and a lot of action on them. Very, very soft wires. And you know, that's the thing about this and other A-rigs I've thrown. The wires are really soft. You can trigger a lot of bites, and your baits get a lot of movement. Yeah, usually I don't share what I throw, and this time I figured I'd share with you guys. But yeah, this is an LA A-rig, very good A-rig. But yeah, this one's taking a beating and it's still holding up pretty well. But usually I throw lighter heads on this, gives it a lot of action. Yep. So yeah, LA A-rig does the trick, guys. All right, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today. Short video, but got a little bit of time to fish right after work, and maybe got about 30 to 45 minutes out here. It got dark pretty quick. As soon as the sun went behind the hills, it just got dark. Light switch just turned off, I guess. But yeah, it went pretty good for me. Tim's still out there casting. He's still trying to get them, and I'm already on my way back to the car and call it a day. Pretty good day for such a short amount of time of fishing. We got 2 keepers, 122, and the other one was 19 and some change. So pretty decent fish.